Hey, I'm Susie Hassan, and I'm the Gadget Queen. And on today's episode, it's all about sweet heat. I even have some red light special chips coming your way, as well as some sweet heat chicken wings, and a lot of different fun gadgets to go along with it, as you always know, in my fun Gadget Kitchen. Let's get started. All right, so let's get started with seasoning our chicken first. Remember, it's all about sweet heat. So we're gonna start with our Happy to Meet You chicken. Now these are gonna be the best kind of sweet and smoky wings you have ever had. Now I'm gonna put these in. We're just gonna drizzle a little bit of olive oil on the top. And here's what we're gonna do. Now, I know that a lot of people are just kind of barbecue sauce or hot sauce kind of wing people, and maybe sometimes you do a little, jerk wings or whatever, and you don't think outside the box too much. But today, we are going to some crazy places because what we have for you today are actually trade street jams. I've got 4 different really cool flavors that we're actually going to baste our chicken wings once we're finished. So we have strawberry chipotle fig. We also have sour cherry ginger. We have smoked yellow peach. And we also have blackberry mulled merlot. Now, I know you're thinking, wait a second, jam preserves with chicken wings? Okay, hear me out. It's all about kind of that honey barbecue, sweet barbecue flavor. And when you're talking about honey barbecue or even sweet barbecue, it's just sugar. So we're just adding a fruit base to the chicken wings. So we're gonna get that really great sweet heat out of these wings. Now, into the sauces, we're also gonna get Sauce Goddess's habanero sauce. Now this is Sauce Goddess, not to be confused with Gadget Queen, okay? We do live in the same court. So we're gonna add a little habanero into each of the sauces to give it that kick that we need to make it that sweet heat. All right, but first, before we sauce them up, we're gonna go ahead and pop these chicken wings on the grizzle. Here we go. All right, now when I think of chicken wings, I gotta have some sort of chips with it, okay? So we're gonna make our own sweet potato chips, but we're gonna give it a kick of heat, right? Because it's all about sweet heat. Okay, so we're gonna take our sweet potato. Now, there's a lot of different shapes of sweet potato, but to make the chips, you want the ones that kind of look like these funny elongated kind, okay? Not the big fat ones, the little round ones, all right? Now, I found this really fun crinkle cutter knife. So this will do all kind of crinkle chips and crinkle fries. I thought when I wanted to make something like a crinkle fry, it was gonna be this whole big machine, but when I actually found it, I was like, oh my gosh, just this, that's all you need. Okay, so first we're gonna go ahead and peel the sweet potato. Now I have this really fun peel. It looks like a pencil sharpener from our friends at Monkey Business. And I'm gonna go ahead and peel my sweet potato just to get it ready. And the long ones are a little bit tougher to find because most of them are kind of big and fat. But I guess if you wanted a really round chip, you just get the big fat one. All right, so now that we have everything all peeled, we're gonna go ahead and use our crinkle cutter. Okay, so you have to see it has little crinkle edges. So you can do anything, right? So we're doing sweet potato, but you can do potato this, of course. So we're gonna go and just cut off the ends, just so I can get myself started. All right. You can already see that beautiful color in that sweet potato and that crinkle shape already happening. So I'm gonna go ahead now for chips. You want them to be thin, but I don't need like super thin, okay? But just a little bit. So here we go. Let's go ahead and get them in there. Now these are so fun to have when you have people over, or even just for yourself, honestly. It kind of breaks up that whole idea of buying the fries that you get that are frozen in a bag. You can have the same fun with these crinkle chips and just do it at home, and it doesn't take much time at all. Now, like I said, I'm doing these round slices, but if you wanted to cut them lengthwise and get like a traditional crinkle french fry, you could actually do that with this. All right, now see, look, they're beautiful crinkle slices. All right, so what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna put them on a pan, on a baking sheet. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and place them down on our baking sheet. Just give them a little room to breathe between each other. And it's really as simple as that, guys. Okay, get these last ones down. All right, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna baste them with a little bit of olive oil. Again, this is from our friends at Zeytna, which means our olive oil, and it's actually from a family, the family business I should say, out of the Middle East in Jordan. And I love using it because when you go over there, I have family over there, I've been there, all over the place you'll find olive trees. It's the perfect climate for olives. So a lot of our olive oil is imported anyway, whether it's from Italy or wherever, and I just happen to really like the one from the Middle East because I have family there, and it's kind of more nostalgic for me. And it's a family-run business, which I really like to support. Okay, so now on top of my sweet potato chips, I'm gonna use the Sauce Goddess's Sweet Heat. This is a spicy barbecue seasoning that we're gonna just go ahead and put all over the top. Now, even though she's the Sauce Goddess, she has seasoning, so it's not just sauce. And I'll tell you what, the first time I tried this seasoning, oh my God, so good. It's the perfect amount of heat too. It's not overbearing. That's why I really like it putting it on these chips. So they're not gonna be too hot for everyone to have. They're gonna be just right. Okay, now we're just gonna pop these in the oven.
Quality, prime, fresh meats, cut fresh and delivered fast straight to your door. With Happy to Meet You, we help you bring the steakhouse to your house. The mission is simple: to deliver delicious premium meats while guaranteeing freshness at a great value, all delivered straight to your home with 100% satisfaction guaranteed, because after all, we have our reputation at stake. For more information on our premium selections and how to order, go to www.happytomeetyou.com.
My wings are done, so I'm going to go ahead and take them off, and then I'm going to just let them hang out for a second because I'm going to toss them in my sweet heat sausage. Kind of like a parade of sauces here. All right, perfect. Okay, so when it comes to chips, I mean, you can never have enough. So sweet heat, I need a sweet chip too, okay? So I'm gonna do apple chips. I love making apple chips. They're super easy and they happen to be good for you. That's not why I make them though. I just like to crunch, okay? And I do love a good apple. Okay, so here I'm actually gonna use my Nutri-Slicer to make the thin slices that I need for these chips. Now, you can try to do a knife, but here in the Gadget Kitchen, why would you do that? Plus, you're gonna need them to be very thin just like the chips you get at the grocery store, right? You need them very, very thin, and really a machine is gonna be the best way to do that. Okay, so before we actually can slice them, we have to peel them really quick. I'm gonna go ahead and peel these. Again, I got my little peeler here with my little monkey business sharpener peeler. I mean, look at the design of this. This is just so fun. All right, so we're just gonna peel that. And today I'm using green apples, but honestly, you can use any apples. I have found, I've tried every kind of apple. By the time you bake them and season them with cinnamon and everything, they kind of all taste the same to me. But I like a little bit of the sourness in the green apple anyway. All right, that is peeled, and then I'm just gonna cut off the ends. Okay, now for this, we're gonna go ahead, move this to the side. All right, now it's to our slicer. All right, so this is the Nutri-Slicer. You may have seen it out there, and it's a really fun, easy machine. What I love about it the most is that you don't have to plug it in, okay? It's all just manual, but it's actually very easy. It's not like manual and it's gonna be so like drudgery. It's gonna be super easy to use. So here, all we have the slicer attachment that popped in. So I'm gonna show you, it comes with a couple other attachments, but all you do is just put it right in. And then here's the back. You just pop on the handle. That's it. That's as easy as it gets. And you can slice anything in here, and we're gonna go ahead and do our apples. Now, it also has a little locking mechanism, so you can actually make sure that the machine is locked to the countertop so it doesn't go all over the place when you're trying to slice and dice. So I'm gonna go ahead and lock it. Which I'll show you. I'm gonna go ahead and lock it. So now it's locked, so it's ready to go. Now, for this top, it's kind of got more of a square top, but obviously an apple is more of a rounded situation. Okay, so we're just gonna go ahead and make it fit just a little bit better in our slicer and just take off the edges. All right, so we just took off the edges. All right, now it has a little safety device. You're definitely gonna wanna use this. It helps also push whatever you have in there down. So here we go. Now watch how fast I'm able to, oh, that was it. I wasn't even able to finish that sentence. So that's how fast it's gonna slice, all right? That's how fast we want them, especially when you're talking about making chips. You know, you want it to be as fast as possible because we want to get to eat them as fast as possible. So here we go. I mean, watch. And then we are done. That's it. I mean, what is it, like 2 or 3 seconds? I mean, if that. All right, we're gonna do a couple more, and then we should be good to go. All right. Here we go. I mean, it happens so fast that, I mean, you're liable to start a chips company. That's what's gonna happen. You're gonna start making them for your family and friends. You're gonna start selling them at bake sales. You're gonna become the chips person. All right, more chips than I'll ever need, but they're perfectly sliced. I mean, take a look at the thinness, you know? Here's the best part. I mean, take a look at how thin that apple chip is gonna be. I mean, when you talk about chips, you need it to be thin. And I'll tell you, I don't think, well, I know, there's no way I would be able to slice it myself this thin, especially an apple. But having something like a Nutri-Slicer or another slicer is going to be the ticket to giving you crispy chips. Now let's go ahead and put this on a baking pan. All right, so now we're gonna just place our chips here on our baking sheet on top of a rack. Now, this is really, I find, the best way to do that because you kind of want to dry them out as they're in the oven. Now, hold on to your hats though, because this is not kind of a party's coming in 30 minutes, I'm gonna make these quick apple chips. That's not how it happens with apple chips, okay? They do take some time. They're gonna be in the oven at 200 degrees for about 2 to 3 hours. I know, it's crazy, but I have actually put them in the oven at 200 only for an hour and a half, and then I turn the oven off, and then it kind of acts as like a dehydrator, and then it actually just crisps up. All right, I'm gonna finish these off, put a few more on the ends, and I kind of like how it makes that little star shape in the middle. It's really kind of cute. adds to the presentation. You know how I love my presentation. All right, let me get the last one. Move over, let's get a little room here. Okay, and now you want to top these off. So you could really flavor this any way you want, but because, and I keep saying it, people, it's all about sweet heat. We're doing cinnamon and we're doing a paprika. So we're gonna go ahead and just hit this up with the cinnamon, and then we're gonna go back with a little paprika. All right, now I wanna do a little light dusting, so I'm gonna come off the top here, make it a little dustier. All right, then these go in the oven. All right, so all of our chips are done. So we've got our sweet potato, sweet heat chips, and then we have our cinnamon paprika apple chips. Now all we have to do is get ready for the wings, and I have celery and carrots coming up. Now you cannot talk wings without talking about celery and carrots, and I got just a little gadget to get us the perfect sticks that you get at your favorite buffalo wing joint. All right, let's get started. So we're gonna do carrots first. Now we're just gonna peel these, because obviously that makes for a better stick, and just get that going. And look how fast this little peeler goes. This little one from Monkey Business. I just love this little thing. All right, getting that really quick. And then we're just gonna cut the ends off. And then we're gonna show you how to use this. I want you to take a look inside this little gadget. You see there's this little kind of the grooves in there, the little blades, okay? So when you put your celery and carrots in there and you pop that top on, you get perfect slices that pop out on the bottom. So let me show you how it works. Now you do want to make sure though that your carrots and celery are about cut in half, because you know they're going to be too big to fit in their whole state. So we're just going to cut everything in half. Now we're going to start here with our celery. We're just going to put a few in there. Just kind of line them up. And then you just go ahead. All right, watch this, here we go. There you go, perfect celery sticks every single time. And then we're gonna put a few more in here. And here we go. And then same thing. And there it is. Now look how many more celery sticks I'm getting from using my little gadget than I would even on my own. Because even when I cut them on my own, it doesn't seem like you get like a ton of sticks. This is only a few stalks, but it's a nice little, you know, stick collection, which obviously you can use for the wings we're making. But I mean, come on, we're talking about kids' snacks or their lunches at school. So there's a lot of great uses for that little gadget. I'm actually gonna, I don't want to overload him. So I'm gonna just put 2 carrots in at a time. Now with the carrot, you just need a little bit more oomph with the carrot, you know, because it's gonna be a little stronger than celery. So we're gonna go ahead and push them down. There you go, perfect carrot slices. I'm gonna do the last little bit, and then we'll be ready to sauce our wings. I love a good celery and carrot. Just a good little snack, really anytime. All right, there you go. And that's it. Now I'm ready to sauce my wings. Now today I've been using great chicken wing meat from our friends at Happy to Meet You. Now we're in luck today because the founder, Scott Fisher, is actually here and he's gonna whip up another dish. What do you have for us, guys? To get sauced. Okay, so we have all of my Trade Street jams with all the different flavors, and I'm gonna add to this from the Sauce Goddess a little bit of this. It's called Red Devil Habanero. Okay, guys, it is the Diablo. So you only need a little bit. Okay, me and my husband were like, whoa, that's a kick. So we're just adding a little bit into each one. And then we're just gonna give them a toss. I mean, listen, you can add more if you want, but I'm telling you, a little bit goes a long way. All right, so I'm gonna just give that a little bit of a swirl here. And I have everything all ready to go in my chips and dip platter from Jokari. Now today I put my little bowls in here just because I want to do my dips. But of course this is perfect for chips and dip, nachos and dip. You got salsa in there, it's perfect. And the center, there's a little lip, if you can see it. There's a little lip, so when you're actually picking up your chip, you can have something to scoop off the excess so it doesn't get all over your shirt. All right, now into this, I'm gonna add a little blue cheese because you have to have blue cheese. My favorite is Marie's. Now I'm telling you, I don't think there's a better blue cheese, like that classic blue cheese, than Marie's. So I'm gonna put that in there. I got the big jar. Oh yeah. All right, so now you have your dipping sauce. But if you're like me, you don't wanna share the dips, okay? I don't need someone double dipping in all of my stuff. I want my own thing, okay? So Jokari actually has thought of everything. They even made a little dipper. Oh my goodness, look. So now you can just put it on the edge of your own bowl and dip it yourself so you don't have to share with anybody else. You can also even have your own set of chips if you want to take it to the next level. They even have this little thing. It's specifically for Pringles. You pop it in and you can actually take your Pringles on the go. So this is really great for anywhere you want to go snacking. Now, if you are a tried and true barbecue sauce type person, even on your wings, I totally get it. Here, we actually have a little gadget from Jokari that helps you base. So you pop it onto the top of your barbecue sauce. I'm a big fan of Kraft barbecue sauce, and for this episode, sweet and smoky, I mean, it's perfect. So if you want to go ahead and sauce your wings with this barbecue sauce, you can do that as well. But here we have all of our chips lined up, and we are ready to go. So the party is starting. We have everything ready to go. Our wings with all of our dipping sauces. I mean, I'm a sauce person, so this is heaven to me. So all of our wings, all of our sauces. We also have our crispy apple chips ready to go with that cinnamon and that paprika for the sweet heat. We also have our incredible sweet potato crisps. Now these are my red light specials, what I like to call them. So now we're ready to have people over, or honestly, dig in for yourself. I would love if you would follow us at Gadget Queen TV to see more, or even myself at Susie Hassan TV, and you'll see why they call me the Gadget Queen. I'll see you next time.